Hello. We are working on a project of multilingual toxicity prediction. We are team number 2, myself Pratika Motwani, and my other teammates are Preet Modi and Fateh Shah. If we see in online forums and social networking sites, there is a lot of toxic comments and discussion, and one comment can lead to a series of toxic comments and heated discussion. So we wanted to develop a model which can take a piece of text as input and detect if the given text is toxic or not. With recent development in the field of deep learning, especially in the field of language models and natural language processing, there is a remarkable improvement in the performance of model. Yet there is a lot of scope of improvement in how well the model can understand semantics of the language. Our project is to categorize a multilingual statement as toxic and non-toxic. The output is a classification based on the probability generated by ROC-AUC matrix. The receiver operator characteristic curve is an evaluation matrix for binary classification problem. The area under the curve is the measure of the ability of a classifier to distinguish between classes and is used as a summary of the ROC curve. The higher the value of ROC-AUC, the better is the performance of model in distinguishing between classes. Aim of the project is to compare various neural networks. We will take CNN as our baseline model and we will compare the accuracy of LSTM, capsule model, and Distilbert with the baseline. Our dataset consists of 250K multilingual comments categorized as toxic and non-toxic. The dataset is given by Kaggle Multilingual Toxicity Detection Competition. It has 4 attributes: ID, comment text, language, and toxic flag. Dataset contains the majority of comments in English, but it also contains comments from other languages in German, Scott, Arabic, and Spanish. Because of lower number of examples in other languages, we are training our model on English comments and then we are validating models on other languages. For the pre-processing part, we perform the following steps. First, clean the data by removing usernames and hyperlink, encoding the word to vector of integers. We have used the batch encode plus method of Transformers batch encoding class for this purpose. And then we initialize the training, testing, and validation dataset. For our project, we have used a pre-trained BERT or bidirectional encoder representation from Transformers embedding as an input to our model. BERT is designed to pre-train deep bidirectional representation from unlabeled text by jointly conditioning on both left and right context in all layers. We are using 1D CNN as our baseline model. Convolution neural network are generally used for image recognition and classification tasks, but 1D CNN can also be used for NLP tasks. In CNN, a kernel moves over matrices, that is BERT word embedding in our case, and calculates dot product. Talking about the architecture, we have used 4 convolution 1D layers with 64 kernels each and spatial dropout of 0.3 after each convolution layer. We have used global average pooling 1D after each convolution layer. We are concatenating output of all these layers and passing them through a dense layer of 64 neurons and ReLU activation, which in turn is connected to another dense layer of 1 neuron with sigmoid activation function. Next, we have implemented the LSTM model with attention for comparison with our baseline model. LSTMs are a special kind of recurrent neural network which helps in solving the problem of long-term dependencies. We will be using LSTMs with attention. That is, we want our model to focus on specific parts of comment which can be useful in classifying it as toxic or not. Attention is a mathematical mechanism that allows a neural network to select its main area of focus in a sequence. Attention mechanism can be combined with LSTM to produce excellent NLP model. For this model also, we are using a pre-trained BERT embedding as input. We have used 2 LSTM layer followed by an attention weighted layer. This is followed by a dense layer of 64 neuron and ReLU activation, which in turn is connected to another dense layer of 1 neuron and sigmoid activation function. We are using spatial dropout of 0.3 for this model as well, which is connected to the embedding layer. Next, we have implemented the capsule network. CNNs can extract feature, but they cannot understand the spatial and proportional relationship between objects in the image. Capsule networks solve this problem by understanding the spatial relationship between words by encoding additional information. Capsules in the capsule network are locally invariant groups that learn to recognize the existence of visual entities and encode their properties into vector. While neurons operate independently in a CNN, capsule network utilize a nonlinear function called squashing because the capsule, that is the group of neurons, are represented as a vector. We have used an embedding layer which is followed by a spatial dropout of 0.3. This layer is connected by the capsule layer with 5 capsules. We have used 4 dynamic routing iterations. The output of this layer is flattened before passing them through a dense layer with 128 neuron and ReLU activation function. Finally, it is passed through a dense layer of 1 neuron with sigmoid activation function, which gives us the prediction. In the end, we have implemented the Distilbert model. It is a lighter version of BERT, but a complex model which uses fewer weights and achieves similar accuracy on several tasks with a much lower training time. Overall model architecture includes pre-trained BERT embedding and are passed through the Distilbert layer, which is followed by a dense layer of 500 neurons, and ELU, that is exponential linear unit activation function. This is followed by a dropout of 0.1 and a dense layer of 1 neuron with the sigmoid activation function, which gives us the prediction. Our output for baseline model after running on 4 epochs for 8,000 iteration each, we can see that CNN gives an accuracy of 85% with ROC score of 0.55. LSTM gives a similar accuracy, but then a better ROC score of 0.75, making it a better model than the baseline. Capsule Network also has the same validation accuracy as the other two models, and its ROC AOC score is similar to that of CNN, that is 0.56, giving similar performance to the baseline model. Finally, Distilbert has the best performance amongst all networks, giving a matrix score of 0.76. We can conclude from the above evaluation that LSTM and Distilbert model works fine on our dataset to predict the toxicity in multilingual comments.